So, hell yes, I can really tell some spacey, outrageous stories for just being an everyday cinder blockhead, working class slave. Truth of the matter is, the non-fiction reality of this place now makes fictional illusion a preferred choice of conscious bodily involvement and investment of mental energy. How sad, insane, and dangerous is it for that society, who now doesn't value reality any longer and would prefer their own man-made world of illusion and insanity. Just so, we are on the very same, absolute zero, dirt-dumb mental page here. Believing in an illusion over reality is considered to be mistaken or misguided, or my favorite of the Fate sisters, mislead, at best. When you wage wars, kill people, destroy the planet and each other, in the name of or for a man-made illusion, now you are considered to be, by a rational and sane mind, to be a thing called psychotic and demented. Have you ever heard the saying, nothing is funny when we're sober? I just can't wait for reality to die, so I can have some goddamn fun. In a stone-cold sober state, good-natured, good-hearted, somewhat honest, dependable, somewhat decent, and truthful people get up, go out, slave their lives away, because they know they have a value and have to find a use. Every person on the planet that would help another person out, without taking advantage or doing harm to that person, is a good, sane, rational, good-natured individual. Every one of those people deep down has a respect for themselves and for life. That respect, love, compassion, integrity we feel and know to be true universal concepts may be invisible forces, but nobody has to fucking visibly see something that they innately feel, carry, and know to be the ultimate universal energy of life and the seclusion and peace that death brings to that equation. The non-fictional reality of the upside down, living death in the bizarre underworld of Mount Olympus, where insanity, corruption, titans, kings, pedophiles, vanity, greed, killers, rapists, and most every other totally useless piece of despicable, odious and anal, slimy piece of shit that's some good, sane, rational, evolving world or life form, once upon a time discarded, or to be blunt, threw your fucking ass away, now lives down here with me and my girls. Life down here to the walking, talking dead is a dream come true. Life down here to the living is a nightmare that seems to never end. And Hercules will tell you so, along with other insane nightmares. The reason why all the tar, slime, salt, fossil fuels, fowls, serpents and serpentines rule over the good and humane is partly because, yep, you guessed it, they were misled and they were mistaken on the really important, super invisible, non-illusional, true, tangible aspects of life. I couldn't describe a culture or nature whom constantly consumes, destroys, and wastes all the good, beautiful, precious resources of the earth without a trace of sanity, reality, or humility, better than the slaying of the pretenders, suitors, and merry fucking cons and trolls, better than the conceptual poetry of the Bible, Iliad, and Odyssey. When humanity, integrity, compassion, and life erodes to a point of illusion, ignorance, and insanity that we have reached here today, us gods, goddesses, and fates whom you don't think exists, terms this fatal period of poetry, society, and physics better of dead. And all the stories from the asshole of the covalent, covert, serpentine underworld, all the way up to that colorful, wacky, nutty, emerald city in the golden western sky, are going to become this planet's fatal non-fictional reality. When people say that little men living in the sky is downright comical, there is no such thing as universal karma. There is no Mother Nature, no Mother Earth, no justice, no fates, no God, no happy ever after. Oh, my God, people's disrespect, insanity, and world of fucking sulfur, methane gas, and total white Anglo-Saxon phony lies just cracks me the fuck up, and I just want to explode. The Zeus and Métis story is the closest rendition of our illusion, meeting your winged maggot mentality. Fact is, the energy of the prime mover once gave you a piece of the sacred fire that a soul is, just like it gave me. I chose to learn, grow, go outside and do things. I chose to find the truth, because for real, I got to a point where I was dead like you too. I couldn't understand why. I kept getting beat down by every low life in the world, and I was just trying to be a nice, good guy. So I challenged God. I put my life on the line. I wanted to know just what the fuck he was doing all day. He sure as hell wasn't punishing the demonic, insane crooks, killers, and liars. What transpired after that I will keep to myself for now. But suffice it to say, if you are willing to kill or die for justice, love, truth, or any of the invisible universal concepts that make life worth living, God will find a way for you to learn the truth. If you're not willing to kill or die to know the truth, you will probably be misled by ignorance or mistaken by vanity to a place where I live today, called Cleave and Believe Land. Cleave and Believe Land is a nice gray place on the shores of a very eerie reality. You could say the people that live in Cleave and Believe Land are like the salt of the earth, and it would be true. So for all the geeks, scientists, and atheists who don't understand that God is an amorphous energy, thus a science and being far beyond your comprehension and abilities, the educated and the ignorant alike from a world and time gone by, just like this one, never got out of here and all got buried in the salt and serpentine limestone deposits underneath the surface of Cleave and Believe Land today. So no, I don't just live in the sky. I visit my dead friends from time to time too, just like the Odyssey correctly states I do. I rock the world like Poseidon is supposed to, is funny and comical, until you realize, oh fuck, the gods really don't lie. It is fall and harvest time here. It is time for you to either do or die. It is your own life to save, and nobody ever got anywhere being inert. You will probably die, lying, crying, or trying, and that matters. You discount and disrespect an energy that gave you life in a dimension of waste and death. Let's see how you do when death comes to town, has power over you, and is fucking stoned out of his mind. Living death, disrespect, insanity, and debauchery just isn't funny in a sober state of mind. But man, the things that you can come up with to do to those big bloody dicks and slimy shitheads when you get stoned and relax just doesn't seem to end. 2,500 years ago, when me and my best friend Socrates made the energy of life and the knowledge of all there is perfect and uber simple to understand, it just wasn't good enough. We took both gardens of God's food for thought and served it on a Play-Doh. That's killer in your face corn. That for sure fucking rocks. When we told you that in death, men experience things they cannot comprehend or imagine, we went lying, and you need be prepared for that reality. Insanity is a comical and amusing thing until it isn't. Since you don't think we are real, and this planet is, I guess it is time to sign our signature and explain just who nobody really is. We are going to end the Bible and the Odyssey on the same damn day. You will be the lesson that teaches the rest of the world that indeed all the world is a stage, and damn straight some goofy-ass guy has been hanging around in the sky for the last 3,000 years just to prove that you are the earthly actors. But I am the cinder that caught fire and wrote the whole damn thing called your future before you even knew words, or that you were already dead. They say proving an amorphous God and eternity are impossible aspirations for a mortal man. Me, Dr. Seuss, Dr. Dolittle, and Walt Disney can make anything comical and animated, even insane dead little pieces of devil's dust, like you titans, kings, homo pedophiles, and donut Jews.
N.
You can purchase God's new book, Northwest of Norca, at northwestnorca.com. The only two things that I can promise is that you will learn a lot and that it will be totally nuts.
By the way, I almost forgot. You can check out all of Everyday People's enlightening videos and movies at northwestnorca.com television, on YouTube, or on his website northwestnorca.com. And you can find his shorter videos on Instagram and TikTok. And if I were you, I would watch them with your girlfriend. She will appreciate your desire to be smarter and funnier, and maybe she will share some of that sugar with you.